Now hopefully you've watched all my training videos on notes, also known as speaker notes, because I'm going to show you how you can modify the Notes Master. So when you want to do a bulk update across all your speaker note pages, well, before you print them off, like maybe resize all the slides or the notes area, or put it in a different position, again, across all the speaker notes, then go to the master. In fact, if you recall, in one of the training videos, let me come up here, click on the View tab, and come over here. Well, there's the master views. We'll get to that in a minute, the Notes Master. But do you remember, well, did you watch the training video on the Notes page when you click on it? And let me come down below on the status bar and click on Fit Slide to Current Window. And you can see down below on this side of the status bar, I have a total of 9 slides. Well, 1 slide per page with their corresponding speaker notes. And so did you remember we came in here and we could resize like slide 1 or the first page here with the slide and its corresponding speaker note, type in some speaker notes, and then come down here and go to slide 2 and change that and do these customizations. Let me go ahead and hit undo so we can get back to the way it was. Well, that's fine if you want to go ahead and if you got 50 or 100 slides and you want to do it separately, great. But if you want to do something in bulk and to update all of them at the same time, like have all the slides about yay big, let me go ahead and hit undo, or have it moved up here. In any case, you want to do it across all of them, then go and use your Notes Master. It's just like the Slide Master for all the slides. If you watch the training video on that, where we want to go ahead and insert a logo on all our slides. Well, if you have 100 slides, you can go ahead and insert it one at a time on every single slide, and yuck. Instead, whatever you do to the master, it updates everybody else. And so let's go ahead and go to the Notes Master, and you get one template. And so you get just a slide template, whatever you do to this. If I go ahead and resize it and click and drag and move it thus, and right there, I got it in the middle because I can see the red guide going down the center of it saying, hey, you're in center now, or in the middle of the page, and let go. It's going to update all the other slides for me in bulk, in mass. And when I say slides, slides that are, on these pages for the notes, the speaker notes. And you come down here, let's select the text, and say that all the speaker notes has to be in the color red, and you can click and drag and get more room when you print these off. And it's pretty much like what we did in the notes pages, resizing and moving things around. But in the Notes Master, you can also see the headers and footers. Now here, these placeholders, you can go ahead and select them and format them and things like that, but you won't see them or they won't be printed off unless, as you recall in the headers and footers training video, you come up here and click on the Insert tab, go to the text group and click on Header and Footer, and on the Notes and Handouts you actually have the box checked. So the placeholders are there for formatting and to resize the font therein. And right now, even though they're all displayed there, as far as printing these off go, only the page number is going to be displayed. If I want to see the header, well then I can go ahead and check it and type something in there. And then for the footer, and then click on Apply to All. It'll update them in the Notes Master here, and you can see it there. Just because you have placeholders doesn't mean that it's going to be printed out on your speaker notes there. So in any case, let's go ahead and come back up here and go to the Notes Master tab, and we'll talk about the placeholders in just a minute. And let's come down here and let's click in here, and we can format the header, select the text and say, well, let's make it purple, let's make it larger, 32. Okay, let's come in here, type in mono, type Corsiva, and there you go. You can format the text within the boxes here for your headers and footers. You can also format the box. If you want to click on the edge of the box, come up here and click on the Format tab, and you can fill it, change the color of the outline, do some shape effects, or do some presets here. Like, we can do that, see what it looks like, ghastly header. All right. In any case, that is going to update on all the speaker note pages, and you'll see that when I close out of the master view. Oh, there you go. And okay. This is interesting. Do you see how the text box is overriding the slide there? Now that's for slide 1, but if I go down to slide 2, or the speaker notes page 2, 3, 4, 5, that brings up a good point. Let me scroll back up to this one. Why is this one different? Because if you come in here before you go to the Notes Master and make some changes, it looks at that and says, oh, I can't touch that. You've already made changes, so I'm not going to update that in the bulk update for all the other slides, or in this case, all the speaker note pages. So keep that in mind, because if there's anything that you want to update individually, then I would recommend updating in bulk first. Go to the Notes Master, have them all resized so you don't get something like this, in which case you'll have to go into it and fix it or resize it so it looks like all the others, and that's a pain. And let's come back up here, click on the View tab, and I want to show you one other thing. Back in our Notes Master, you got placeholders. So what happens is, like for the header, when I deselect that, is it going to print still? Well, because I can't see it here, let's come up here, click on the Insert tab, go to the header and footer, and even though the box is to display to print something, there's nothing in there. So oopsie doodle, click Cancel. Keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and hit Undo because I like it. So you can go ahead and just get rid of these placeholders, but remember, they won't show up unless you check the box in the header and footer by going to the Insert to the header and footer and checking it accordingly. So let's go ahead and close out of here, and you can see it there, so obviously it should show up in the print preview. Control P on the keyboard to go backstage, or you can just click on File, come down to Print, and that's for the full page slides. We want to click on the drop down and change it. Go to our speaker notes, and hey, it's a ghastly header and a spooky footer, and then the page number. We don't have the date because I didn't check the header to include the date, and so that's going to be on all our pages. Very nice. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel to get notified of the latest videos. And for great specials on my products, please see the description below this video.